Noise.
Oh god, no.
What's the oh god no for?
Quarter 11.
Burn, 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 burn to the ground!
Like, burn, 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 burn to the ground! Burn to the ground!
My ears. My ears. Not you. Him.
Oh.
Let's turn the game down by a lot. Because this is a loud as fuck game. And get that screen share doing again.
Cybertron.
Can you see it, guys?
Yes.
I can see.
Dude.
I can see my home.
I can see clearly now the rain.
Shut up, Starscream.
LordMegatron! How dare you tell me to shut up? Wait,
Alright,
what?
we're gonna be starting this straight from the beginning with the Decepticon campaign.
Why? Why would you do it any differently?
It's the only way that makes sense plot-wise.
I mean, the Decepticons are already the best anyway.
And, you know, why not play the first level as Megatron?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Why would you not play the first level as Megatron? What's wrong with you?
A lot of things be wrong with that person.
Civil war has ravaged Cybertron.
Oh, hi, Steve
homeward
Bloom.
to the Transformers for millions of years. Megatron, leader of the Decepticons,
That's
recently
just
discovered an ancient
deeper.
power that will give him the
I
edge
fucking
to win
love
over hated
the presentation
Autobots.
in this game. It is just
Dark Energon.
so
This
spot
power
on.
Remains locked
So
away
spice.
in an orbital station
So
under
spice.
the protection of a sky commander named Starscream.
Gotcha.
Playing Chapter 5, Chapter 7, Chapter 3, then Chapter 1. Just to be completely out of sync.
Starscream with
such desperation. If the
The
legends
blues
were
were
true.
true.
Lord Megatron, you're certain it's
Beyond
here?
Two Souls,
I
there we
am
go.
certain, Barricade. And when I find it, the balance of this war with the Autobots will finally tip in my favor. Lord Megatron, stabilizers are failing. Maintain your heading, Brawl. Do not falter.
Is it me or does Brawl sound like he's always talking with something in his mouth?
15%. Reroute all
I
power
agree.
to forward guns and thrusters. Full speed ahead. But sir, that's
That's suicide.
Further objections? Ram this warship straight into the heart of that station.
Now this is how you open a Transformers game.
Too bad High Moon is now defunct.
Yep.
We're lucky to have survived that, Megatron.
The strong survive.
Megatron, the ship's reactor core is failing. Explosion imminent.
Move to double time.
Double
The
time!
core's about to detonate.
Go, go, go!
How dare you get in my way, Barricade?
Megatron, this way.
Well, he's doing what his name does. Barricade.
Just, adjust the volume some more. Because, why did it go all the way back up?
I'm Starscream, and I have protected my station for over
There we go.
1,000
That's better.
years.
I am Megatron, leader of the Decepticons. This space station is Decepticon property. Surrender immediately.
Whoever you are, you've traveled a long
I
way.
fucking
just to be
love this voice for Starscream.
It's the fucking voice of Rex Raptor from Yu-Gi-Oh! the fuck?
Yes, and it's surprisingly fitting.
I know, right? But what the fuck just happened here? Where's... Oh, how... Did I miss something?
The game glitched and spawned me in the wrong spot. So yeah, I am trapped here.
Congratulations.
Hail,
Congratulations, Isao.
Do
Do not speak unless spoken to. God
That
damn it!
seems like a clippable moment.
Like, somebody clip this, because this is... I have never had this happen to me before. What the shit?
Okay, my computer's running ball slow.
I'm trying. I'm doing what I can. No
It is-
promises.
They don't give you a way to get in there. So, because the game glitched and spawned me in the wrong spot, I am trapped here forever and I have to restart the level.
Just
Well,
wait
thank-
it out.
You've traveled
Okay, there we go.
just to meet
Oh.
your doom.
It's an Activision PC port. They're all shit.
Meh.
It is a PC port of a console game, and they can't even get it to run at 60 FPS. It's trash! I just got it because convenience!
Nope, wrong one.
LordMegatron!
Do not speak unless spoken
I
to.
think it's 2 or 3.
It's LordMegatron!
The honor is all yours.
Yeah, it's not letting me clip it.
Take out those
Oh well.
They're tearing us apart! Hate those
There we go, that's right, there were 3. I'm starting to memorize your quotes.
See, I intentionally used 7 though. That was the thing. 7 was the one I was going for.
I was going for 3 because he said trash.
Yeah, but I'm
By the way, this game has controller support, obviously. Why would I not play it with a controller? But all the on-screen commands are for keyboard. And some of them are not mapped properly. So, like, all those instances where it tells you to press a button to, zoom in on something, like, you know, when there's some action happening and they want you to focus on it, there is no button on this controller for that.
Move ahead and cut them off.
Because it does not map properly. And they don't give you any mapping options in the menus.
be right back, guys.
Alrighty.
One thing I gotta say is I am glad I'm not Cybertronian.
Why?
I would,
Apart from the, you know, constant, never-ending war.
but besides that, I would probably be dead for eons.
Those fools mean to catch us.
Like, there are times where, like,
next door.
there are times where, like, I'm like, yeah,
Cybertronian society is really shitty anyway.
yeah, it's too much politics. Of course, it's
Like, their politics are fucked up according to, both the Covenant of Primus and the IDW continuity. When Lord Megatron comes back, he can explain it to you in more detail, because he understands it better than I do.
Initiating weapon cooling!
Top 5 franchises with fucked up politics. It would honestly be a tie between Transformers and Gundam franchise.
Don't forget Metal Gear.
Upon my arrival.
The war economy.
Definitely, yeah. Easy top 3.
They won't make it past us. I shall.
Because in one Gundam universe, you did a tournament. Basically, a martial arts tournament. There was a scene where a royal family members and another one shoots up the entire football stadium. I forget why, but yeah. see my point, right?
Yeah.
Everyone died. She committed suicide, I think, in that scene. Code Geass! Oh my goodness, Code Geass is so fucked up. It's like, where do you begin? You can argue, it's a weak argument.
Get out of my way, Brawl. Brawl. Jesus.
Like, you can argue this one, Turtle Pike. You can argue though, like, more honorable mention argue.
You know what franchise really has fucked up politics? Fucking SimCity, man. I mean, the mayor of the town in each of those games is just as likely to tax you to oblivion as he is to cause fucking meteors to rain down from space to wipe out everyone in town.
Yeah. Also, City Skylines.
Yeah, City Skylines is basically, you know, SimCity. What the latest SimCity should have been.
Yeah. Not only that, but you got earthquakes, tsunamis, twisters.
The fucking Godzilla ripoff.
Oh, I did not see that.
SimCity has a tradition of having a giant monster as one of its natural disasters. And it's basically a recolored Godzilla. Unless you're playing the Super Nintendo version of SimCity, in which case it's Bowser.
Yeah, I remember that.
I'm back.
Oh god.
Come back!
I had to prop my laptop up on something because I don't want it to shut itself down due to overheating again.
So yeah, to fill you in, we were talking about worlds with fucked up politics. Especially franchises, you know, Metal Gear, Transformers, Gundam, SimCity.
SimCity.
This should be number one. If you're making a list, that needs to be number one.
Yup.
But Megatron, get out.
Oh, I got another game.
Bring down destruction.
You know that game you play it as a basically the difficulty settings where people are sick, you get thrown in jail.
Serves them
None
right.
of this not fucked up already.
That serves them right. How dare they get sick?
Yeah, this guy I watched, he made one of the anime. Give me another one for Fortnite. Yeah. I'm mowing these fools down, bro.
Yep. Hell yeah. What is this, Prison of Elders? No, it is Transformers War for Cybertron, as the title says.
What's Prison of Elders?
I don't fucking know.
I mean, I've heard of the Elder Scrolls, and being thrown in prison in the Elder Scrolls.
Cannot be stopped. valiant addition to my efforts.
Oh, it's a Destiny reference. I didn't know because I don't remember jack shit about dialogue or any specific references to Destiny other than the stupid lines like that wizard came from the moon. And I don't have time to explain why I don't have time to explain.
The only thing I remember is that it's basically Halo without the content.
It's Halo meets Borderlands, but without the content of either.
Yes.
And you have to pay full price again just to get a full game.
Area is
You
secured,
can play a full
Megatron.
game like 3 times and then get full game.
Hail, Lord Megatron!
Let's go a while. That is chat.
Let's kill some Autobots.
Oh, you want to exterminate the Autobots, do you?
It makes perfect sense. They deserve it.
Wait, I got Destiny 2 for free. I need to look at it.
I might, like, part of me wants to download Destiny 2 because it's free and there's no fucking way I'm ever spending money on another Destiny game after how disappointing Destiny 1 was and how much of a clusterfuck Destiny 2 has been from what I've read. But at the same time, I don't want to taint my hard drive with Destiny 2.
I mean, if you get Destiny 2, I have it, you know, in my library. I'll play it with you. Just to kind of lessen the blow, I guess. Or you can shit talk the game. Yeah, it's good to get back.
Oh yeah, Destiny 2 Forsaken, the
My name is Jetfire.
new DLC that serves as a send-off for the one character anyone liked because they decided to kill him off for drama, leaving us with no characters that anyone likes. And they couldn't even be bothered to get his voice actor to return for it, so they got Nolan North instead.
To use it would be disaster.
You cannot frighten me, Jetfire.
Nolan North's a good voice actor, but he's no Nathan Fillion.
As I please.
You are a short-sighted fool. You'll kill us all.
You say this. We're a bad thing.
I hope this dark energon stuff is worth it, Megatron.
I don't know why my head is still thinking about, like, alerts for, Twitch issues.
It's my boy Soundwave! Oh shit, yeah!
Is it sound wave or waves of sound?
It's Soundwave.
And we're fresh out of Star
He who
Cruisers
waves
to
the
tell
sounds.
our way.
Quiet. There must be another access point. We have
Or
to
does he
reach the
sound
station's
awful?
next pod.
Megatron, I have located a nearby data matrix center to reveal any alternate means of entry to the next pod.
Oh, I forgot he was in,
Set to clear.
Uncharted.
Then we have no time to waste.
I think I'm going offline.
I've never played Uncharted, so I wouldn't know.
Unacceptable.
What I've heard is
They
pretty
should be
good.
victorious or dead.
They're putting up a good fight, all right.
Then put up a
It
better
must be
fight.
good if it inspired Tomb Raider to rip it off.
Be aware that you
Yeah,
face
Tomb Raider came out first. It was inspired by Tomb Raider. Then Tomb Raider.
Yes,
ripped off.
and then Tomb Raider ripped off the thing it was inspired by.
all of them.
Imagine it gets inspired again by Tomb Raider some other fashion. Then Tomb Raider ripped that off.
Yeah.
Story of ripping off.
Uncharted is probably like the only Tomb Raider clone that was actually good. Just think about all the Tomb Raider wannabes that came out in the 90s and 2000s, and how many of them were actually playable, let alone good.
I can't name one. And again, during that time, I mainly played basically fighting and
Oh, I know what Uncharted is. I know what it's like. I just haven't played it.
Yeah, another fun thing too is Tomb Raider was inspired by Indiana Jones.
Yep.
Yeah, I was I'll be honest, I'd rather kind of just sit back and watch Indiana Jones, because I haven't seen him like, to the full picture, you know?
Yeah.
Dun 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 dun.
Fun fact about Tomb Raider. Lara Croft's famous chest size is a complete accident.
Yep, by a glitch.
Not a glitch, just the modeler's hand slipped and they changed like a slider from like 100% to like 1000% or some shit like that, made them fucking huge, and they decided to keep it. Even though, you know, on PS1 hardware it looked fucking awful. Triangles, yes.
If you're going to be cosplaying PS1 Lara Croft, it has to be triangles with the chest.
Actually,
yes.
One thing.
I'm trying to remember. Tara, actually, from Channel Awesome. I think, yeah.
Tamara.
That's it. I'm trying to remember her name for some reason. But yeah, Tamara.
Yeah, I've seen her Lara Croft cosplay where she did that.
Yeah, I think actually she did that at a local convention when I was there. But I didn't see it. I saw pictures of it after the fact, but I didn't see her live in that outfit.
One thing I hate, right?
Yeah?
And I think you guys can agree with me on this, is when people see that picture and they go, oh, why? Why did she did that? It's like, well, you explain it to them, and they're like, well, that's stupid. You don't need to do all that. It's like, it's the nostalgia fun factor.
It's a joke!
Yeah!
Not a dick! Don't take it so hard!
Exactly. It's always young people doing this joke. No offense to young people, or, you know, young people who are in the audience and such. I mean, it's like a select few people that be doing this. And it's like, it's fun. It's a joke.
People.
It's history.
Yeah, well, in the Tomb Raider reboots, they gave her a more realistic redesign. So she doesn't have, like, comically oversized boobs.
She needs to have comically oversized boobs.
But yeah, if there are any young people in the chat, I've got one thing to say to you. Why the fuck are you here? This is rated 18 and up.
Yeah. You shouldn't be here. Go back to your fucking... your fucking Fortnites and your Pokemans and...
Fruit Loops.
Actually no. I would probably stream a Pokemon game if I could, and I'd be swearing the whole way through that, so...
That's a lot. If you ever get a streamable GBA,
DS or 3DS.
I just thought of something.
Yeah?
When I'm able to start streaming, my first goal for like multiple, is to get you a Retron 5 so you can actually stream some of that stuff.
Alright.
That would be one of my first goals. Obviously, the first goal is to pay back my stepfather, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have an extra Pokemon Crystal that you can even have with it too.
I've got it on the Virtual Console.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
This acrimony is needless.
But still, I do know there's something you like to collect as well.
Yeah.
But it'd be nice to have.
Plus, the thing about the old Game Boy and Game Boy Advance Pokemon games is you gotta remember battery backups.
Yep.
Those batteries are dead by now.
But the thing about the Retron 5 is save state.
That is true. I've heard that the save states are a little faulty, but
yeah,
hopefully they would have fixed that eventually through firmware.
Yeah, I need to update mine. I gotta see how they did against the battle.
I don't think they ever actually faced any legal action. It's just like they got some complaints about it, but no one actually took them to court.
Hmm. Also, can we talk about the, hold on. Okay. Can you talk about the PlayStation Mini?
Yeah. No, it's $100 and it doesn't even include a fucking power cable.
I'm actually very disappointed in it.
I don't care if it's USB powered and it's USB powered and the USB cables are cheap. Fuck you! It's $100. Include a damn power cord.
Not only that,
if Nintendo gets shit on for not including power cords with their shit, then Sony should too. And I say that as someone that's a huge Sony fan.
Exactly. I mean, I have had every single iteration of the PlayStation. Well, not every single one. But I have PlayStation 1 Pro. I have two PlayStation 2s. One belongs to me, one belongs to my late uncle. I bought a PS3 and PS4 with my own money. I don't have a Vita or a PSP, but I have PlayStation 3. And you can even argue PS Now.
Yeah.
Well, you can argue that. So I have supported Sony for a long time.
I was not even aware that the PlayStation Mini didn't come with a power cord. I didn't even bother.
No, it's on the fucking website for the PlayStation Mini. They have like a little disclaimer that says AC adapter not included.
I didn't even bother to look at it because I'm just like, if it doesn't contain any of the games I played, then there's no point.
This is the thing.
20 games.
It's 20 games, $100. I get that the price is higher because these are bigger games than like NES games and Super Nintendo games. But at the same time, they haven't even released a full game list as far as I know. And Nintendo did that day one when they announced their classic editions of the NES and Super Nintendo. So why is Sony waiting to announce shit? Like, the only shit we know is going to be in it is what was in the trailer.
Final Fantasy VII, which I have on PlayStation 1 twice. I have it on PS3, PS4, and knowing me, I'm probably going to get it on Steam anyway.
For the mods?
Yes, for the mods. The mods are actually pretty interesting. Like, there's some mods that genuinely make the game a lot more difficult.
How many mods are there that are related to Tifa? I am just curious.
I have not.
I'm curious about the perversion potential of a PS1 game.
To be honest, I haven't even looked that up. I've been looking at the difficulty mod that Death Among Us and Best United has used. And Shattuck, I have not watched Toonami since I don't know when, because
I don't watch TV anymore.
I don't have cable in my room.
I don't even have that.
I don't watch TV anymore, so I haven't watched Toonami in years.
And I've only got access to public television, so... And, you know, and streaming services, but that's it. I don't go... I don't have cable, I don't have Dish, I don't have any of that shit.
When I head back downstairs, if I know Optimum is partnered with Toonami type stuff, so I can stream it. So if anything, I might do that.
Who remembers Toonami Jetstream?
I remember hearing it. Its name's not familiar.
It was basically a Toonami streaming service before streaming services were a big thing. It only lasted for a few years, and they had exclusive shows on there, like Mega Man Star Force and Mare.
Oh yeah, I heard about the Fooly Cooly. I've seen a couple episodes.
I've only seen like 1 or 2 episodes of the original Fooly Cooly, so I haven't watched the sequel series yet.
No, I feel like I think 1 episode. That was at the ending of it. They're active to be something like that. Quick question, Shattuck. Is Talcum still in there?
I have very special plans for this facility. What?
Or anyone from the returning cast still there, like the character-wise?
Crush them!
I love the sniper weapons in this game. They're so OP.
You know what's funny is the Alliant Continuity story in general, like the War for Cybertron story and anything that came after it that was associated with the War for Cybertron, it's all just a watered-down version of the IDW story.
Yeah, I was telling Hiko that you could explain some aspects of, like, Cybertronian politics and culture and stuff to him and to the viewers, since you're the resident Transformers expert.
That is true, I am.
So you could explain to... Like, Hiko said that, if he were a Cybertronian, he would probably be dead already. And I told him that Cybertronian society is really fucked up and really sucks.
Mm-hmm. It sure does.
So, do you think you could elaborate on that?
Well, basically, with the IDW universe, you had... Before the war broke out, you had to deal with a functionist council, which is basically like... form, function, basically your alt mode dictated your function. So, if, let's say, if you had a mining, like a mining equipment alternate mode, that automatically meant you had to work in the mines. You had a flight-capable alternate mode, and you had to be part of the Cybertronian air fleet. You couldn't do anything you wanted. Like, the council, the Cybertronian Senate made sure of that. It's like, the second you tried to do anything that was out of their control, they immediately snatched you up and fucking... Basically, not only would they lobotomize you, but they would also fucking, you know, cannibalize your body to the point where you'd be completely unrecognizable.
That's what they did to Shockwave, and he was a senator.
Yeah.
You know what I gotta say to that?
What?
This puts more in perspective that the Decepticons are the true heroes.
It's true. It's funny because the fact is, in the story, Megatron, originally in IDW, his idea was that it was not... that the idea to change Cybertronian society was non-violent direct action. But, of course, after getting his ass beaten in prison by none other than Whirl, he basically realized that fighting, you know, violence actually is the answer.
Yeah, I was right to like the Decepticons the entire time.
Yep. Tell him some other fucked up things from the IDW universe. That'll just completely blow his mind.
You just want to see some fucked up things.
What makes you think you can
I want your mind blown about Transformers lore as much as possible.
Okay, how about a little spoiler here, but how familiar are you with the Legend of the 13?
Not very. My Transformers knowledge pretty much goes with Armada, a little bit of the movies in the 80s, Energon, and the other one.
So, Unicron trilogy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because basically, in recent years, we've been introduced to a pantheon of primes known as the 13. One of which goes... Now, in the IDW comics, they are not actual gods. They are... they're just regular bots with a lot of power. But apparently, Onyx Prime, the Prime of the Beasts, turns out in IDW, he is not actually Onyx Prime. He's Shockwave, time displaced.
No weapon I know of could have done this. I don't care what did it. Find a way across.
Tell him about the fucking Maximals.
Oh yeah, like Beast. You know,
remember the Maximals from Beast Wars? You know, the good guys?
Area lies in shambles.
Yeah.
I remember them.
IDW? They're not good guys. They serve... They are the spawns of Liege Maximo, the trickster of the Primes. And not only that, but they now serve Unicron currently.
Hmm.
A brilliant addition to my efforts.
Okay.
Let's see, what's some other mind-blowing shit for Hiko?
You think people may be lobotomized right now, don't you?
No, because then you'd end up like Shockwave. Because they lobotomized him, and it stripped him of any kind of empathy, which turned him into what he is now.
Well, actually, in IDW, he did get his emotions back, but he's kind of lost any sort of... He's got his emotions back, but he's gone to the point where he's still willing to do whatever he thinks is best to, for Cybertron. But not... Basically, he still views the whole Decepticon thing as the right thing to do.
Konami's going back to primetime? Awesome.
Nice.
About fucking time.
Hostile overhead.
Anything,
I always found that the pistol was really good for taking out flying enemies. Or any kind of sniper weapons, really.
I'll be honest, I'm debating on if I decide to get cable, when I head downstairs. Obviously, I'm getting it for just like one room, being my room, unless, my stepfather wants to piggyback on it as well.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm just gonna get the most basic package, which is gonna be like, what, $20? All I really need is like the first 16 channels, and it's really gonna be News 12, Cartoon Network, and Disney. Oh, Home and Garden and Network, and yeah, that's about it.
Don't forget Nickelodeon for the Invader Zim movie.
Oh yeah, I would need the upgraded one though, because remember it's like channel 100 something now. Oh, you know. God. Yeah, you would need like the upper price tiers.
Speaking of Nickelodeon movies, did you hear the news about the Rocko's Modern Life movie?
No.
It's not going to be airing on Nickelodeon.
Oh.
It's going to be going straight to Netflix.
Oh.
We got another one.
Because Nickelodeon is working out some deals with Netflix for original series and movies. Because they finally realized that trying to compete with Netflix was a fucking horrible idea.
Yeah, you need to put Avatar on here.
Yes. Well, that's part of why the Avatar live action series is happening.
Yeah, well, I mean, put the animated series on and build a plate.
Yeah, I agree.
Not the movie, though. That first movie.
Yeah, not The Last Airbender. Fuck The Last Airbender.
Here's the thing. I think I have the bootleg. So I would I probably watch the bootleg. The thing is,
do not under any circumstances pay money to see The Last Airbender.
Like I said,
It's not often that I endorse like bootlegs and stuff, but for a movie that shameful, don't pay for it.
So, as I say, I would personally say I would probably need Griffin to watch this shit.
Dark Energon did all of this? Those fools had no idea how to control
Like, I'm
it.
legit thinking about watching the trunk.
Same mistake.
Especially since M. Night Shyamalan seems to not be able to handle criticism. Well, we already knew he wasn't able to handle criticism, because Lady in the Water, one of the characters, is a critic who exists just to get killed off. He seems to legit think that his changes were good ideas, and any bad things that happened, he just blames on executive meddling, even though, he had full control.
Another thing too is there was an article where he tried to justify King.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I don't remember what the article said, because you already...
It was basically him trying to shift the blame onto Nickelodeon interfering, with them, and I'm like, why would Nickelodeon interfere with a live-action adaptation of one of their highest-rated series to actively make it worse?
That. It don't make sense.
Yeah.
And by doing that too, even if, you know, it grows well, you're burning bridges. Even if you don't like a certain company, don't burn the bridges unless they do you immensely dirty.
Yeah.
Like my company, I mean, maybe.
Or, like Konami.
Oh, fuck Konami. Oh. Who did the Castlevania game?
Konami.
Yeah, I'm hearing the complete collection coming out.
Yeah, but only Rondo of Blood and Symphony of the Night.
And one of the other games,
No, it's just Rondo of Blood and Symphony of the Night.
I heard there was 3 games though. Oh.
If it's a third game, it'll probably be Dracula X Chronicles.
That was it, yeah.
Or some shit, like... Which is a remake of Rondo of Blood, so it's essentially just Rondo of Blood and Symphony of the Night.
It was either... I'll look it up later. I'll have to find it, you know?
I mean... Cool, I guess? Cool, I'm not gonna pay for it, because fuck Konami.
It may have been Super Castlevania 4, I'm thinking, too.
I will never, under any circumstances, pay Konami again. They have not gotten my money since the Phantom Pain came out, and they will never get my money again.
If I happen to get that game, you know I'm buying it used.
And it doesn't just have to do with it doesn't just have to do with the Metal Gear shit. It's a stance against the company as a whole for how it treats its employees.
Exactly.
That's just wrong.
Like I said, that would be the only way I get the game. That's basically buying it off someone else for you.
Yeah, if you get it used, that's fine, because Konami doesn't get any money from that.
Yes.
You shall soon learn, Starscream. I decide what is possible and what isn't.
By the way, I find it fucking hilarious that, Konami tried to make their own Metal Gear game without Kojima with Metal Gear Survive, and it ended up bombing so badly that they refused to report the sales numbers to investors.
I guarantee you it was probably like 25,000, something like that. I am genuinely curious.
It had a hidden message in one of the cutscenes from the developers saying, basically giving the middle finger to Konami and to the director of Metal Gear Survive for being a traitor to Kojima.
Yeah, it was the director and the producer, I think.
The director and the producer, and I'm like, you motherfuckers, let that shit slide. You just don't care anymore.
Exactly. Now imagine
It's sad that the best things Konami has done is let other people make good things with their properties, like the Castlevania Netflix series, and putting Simon Belmont and Richter Belmont in Super Smash Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
That's pathetic. They used to be, like, God.
They used to be a heavy hitter in the gaming scene.
They used to be one of the best companies out there, knocking it out of the park every time, but now they're a joke.
Yeah,
They barely put out new games anymore, and when they do, they're either overpriced for how little content you get, like fucking Super Bomberman R, or they're just utter insults, like Metal Gear Survive.
Let me ask you something. Would you pay $10 per slave slot to save your game?
No! Save slots should never be charged for.
Exactly. Because I like how Young compared Monster Hunter to Metal Gear Survive.
Yeah.
Again,
I saw people trying to justify it by saying, well, they sold it at a lower price, so they gotta make it back somehow. No, they sold it at a lower price, so they could justify charging you for that shit.
Exactly.
It's not, we sold it at a lower price and we have to recoup our costs for selling it at a discount. No, it's, we sold it at a lower price so we can have an excuse to charge you out the ass for microtransactions.
Not to mention, they don't understand how survival games work. That's what makes it even more painful. Like, I don't really play that many survival games, right?
Yeah.
But even I have a basic understanding of how they work and how they function.
Like, Metal Gear Survive, like, most of the... I've seen people legit defend that game, and I swear they had to be paid off by Konami or something. Because they had some of the most idiotic defenses, like saying, oh, you're just mad because it doesn't have Kojima, or you're just mad because it has zombies. I'm like, well, here's the thing. Metal Gear Survive, it doesn't need to be its own separate game. It should have just been a... It's a glorified mod, that's what it is.
Yes.
It's a mod sold at full price. Well, almost full price. Not full price, because then it would be too greedy of them to charge extra for save slots.
Is it me, or does it look like the game just kind of went really sloppy with its graphics?
Yes,
here?
yes it did. That is something that happens a lot in the PC version.
Possible.
Well, it happens on the 360 version,
No
too.
one can control Dark Energon. It dominates and destroys everything it touches.
It's because I think it runs on Unreal Engine 3, and while Unreal Engine 3 could do some really good shit, when textures either failed to load or got messed up by lighting effects like you saw there, it looked really bad.
Receive your birthright. I can feel the power. It's amazing. Now, I shall deal with Starscream.
This is one of my favorite sections of the game, just because... God, the power of Dark Energon, even if it's just button presses. Just seeing it in action is so cool. I mean, I don't know if that means that... Well, I know I'm easily entertained, but, just... Jesus! They build up Dark Energon through this whole intro part as being this unstoppable force, and by God, do they show it off.
Through my will alone shall Cybertron be restored.
It's too unstable, Megatron. Using that power, you're endangering our entire world.
Teach me, Megatron. Teach me to wield Dark Energon the way you do.
It's also interesting how, in Prime, Dark Energon does not seem to have the same properties as it did in War for Cybertron.
The supply of Dark Energon aboard this station is nearly
yeah,
exhausted.
because,
I know how to manufacture more.
in here, it has, like, the power to corrupt. It has the power to corrupt stuff, it has the power to destroy stuff. You can weaponize it. But,
Thundercracker and Skywarp to retrieve
why is the volume going up on this on its own?
Again.
I want the Autobots leader to know his true
anyway.
approaches. Once we have
Like,
this
it has so
station
many powers in
nothing
War
can
for
stop
Cybertron
me.
and Fall of Cybertron, but in Prime, it's mostly limited to just reviving the dead.
And just keeping his spark online.
Master.
Yeah.
And, you know, having control over anyone or anything with a lesser mind than his that is infused with Dark Energon.
And now the controller's not responding.
Would not be his
There we go. Alright, here's the level with Starscream, your boy!
Yeah! I don't know what sound came out my mouth.
Whenever I play this level, at first I started
themselves
playing the
worthy
Starscream, but
of a
then
Decepticon
I played as
named
Skyward because I love the
Starscream and his
I love the
minions flying
cloaking
to
ability.
Cybertron. There, they must reconnect the Energon bridge that will enable Megatron
Stop
to
turning your own
manufacture more
volume
Dark
up.
Energon
No other program on my
for the
computer
Autobots
does
once
this.
and for all.
Should we convert the death counter to a volume thing right now?
I would have to create a whole new counter.
Infiltrate the Cybertron underground and reactivate
No,
the
I can
Energon
remember.
bridge.
You haven't died
I want
yet.
that power online.
Boy,
Thundercracker
Boy,
detected several
Or-
Autobots
stop turning yourself back up. Stop.
That's the fourth
Be a
time.
good boy.
to intercept us already.
Hold on.
Enough of your whining. If the
There we
Autobots
go.
try to stop you, crush them. Report back to me when you have found the bridge. Megatron out.
That imbecile thinks I'm expendable? Me? He'll soon learn never to underestimate Starscream.
I actually modeled my, not counting when I'm voicing G1 Starscream in fan dubs, whenever I'm doing Transformers stuff where I'm playing Starscream, I based it off of a combination of Armada Starscream and Warper Cybertron.
Look in the chat.
I have never traveled this deep.
Volume control mishaps times 4.
There you go.
You're as boring as ever, Thundercracker.
This is the first level where I have any actual danger of dying, so get ready for the death counter.
Kind of Autobot trap.
It's an enemy detection barrier. So it's a
How
trap.
about Lord Megatron? You want to do the death counter this time, or what me to?
You do it.
Autobots.
Okay.
To think their measly tricks could ever
So I'll do
fool
death and
Starscream.
body control mishaps.
Conduits along the floor should direct us
Sound
towards the
good?
power source.
Yep.
Sounds good.
The power core has to be somewhere in this room.
Pathetic machinery.
Autobots, this is Zeta Prime. Be on high alert. The Decepticon...
Better by 7. Alert! Alert!
Incoming rocket attack! Focus your fire on the Decepticon!
Much like the one who fired it.
Practice, haven't you?
As you can tell, I am quite good at the headshots in this game.
Hey, don't let me stop you.
Your face is that thing you just said.
Hey, we have a quote for that now.
They're gonna have osteoporosis.
That was easy. The others will likely be tougher. I suggest we proceed with caution. My neural circuitry is stinging. Getting past
Part of
this
me
thing
wants
is
an office
impossible.
chair as a wheelchair,
Is here somewhere.
just so people can ask what's wrong. I can just say, I have crippling depression,
Take it off.
just so I can say that.
I would prefer a solution sometime today.
You're the brainy one, Thundercracker. You figure it out.
But you know, I would get a lot of shit from like, why do you have a wheelchair? Where do you donate it? And it can be a regular office chair to look
What is it?
like one.
I'm not telling you. I see it as well. Plain as day. Right in front of us.
You don't really see it, do you, Starscream?
Did you forget how
I don't
to?
see it. I forgot what to do here.
It's-
It's been...
Yeah, go above. Like, literally go all the way up.
I'm all the way up.
Ah, up here.
Yes.
I love how fucking Thundercracker and Skywarp can just go through that enemy detector just fine without setting it off.
I've never known a character called Thundercacker.
Well, it's called
What you can do,
fucking
Autobots.
being shit at talk words.
And is there a transformer called Thundercracker?
Release Thunderquacker.
Okay, I'm Fudd.
Release the Quacken.
Dude, they need to do a Looney Tunes parody of like the what is it, Percy Jones or something like that?
No, it was Clash of the Titans. The remake.
No, the kid's actor.
Percy Jackson.
There we go. Thank you.
I know that because my sister loves that series, the books at least. I don't think she's seen the movies.
I'll be honest, I never read the book. I seen the first movie, and the first movie was enjoyable. Second one, I also found it enjoyable. But it's one of those things where, if you don't know the source material, it's enjoyable.
I was surprised that Percy Jackson even got a sequel, the movie at least, because was the first movie really popular enough to warrant a sequel?
I think it was like they're just popular enough. Like I'm curious.
And it came out years later.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. I would love to see a third movie.
Those actors are all adults now,
I
probably,
know.
so. Unless they do like that Diary of a Wimpy Kid thing where they just keep replacing the cast.
Yeah. Either way, I mean, part of me, I say, I think it would do better as an animated series.
We're not where we need
Put that shit on Netflix.
So keep moving.
You agree, don't you?
I don't know anything about Percy Jackson, so I have no opinion.
All you need to know, demigods.
Your logic circuits, would you, Thundercracker? It can't be that bad.
Oh, so like God of War, except completely different.
God of War for kids.
You know, for kids.
Complete with the ridiculous orgies.
I don't know about that.
Hey, there's gotta be some some G-rated version of a. What? I'm trying to think of what Kratos' record is. It would probably be in Ghost of Sparta, where the interactive sex minigame in that game had him banging like 8 women at once.
They're gonna have you holding hands.
Like, it starts out with 2 women, and then they just more keep entering the room.
I was gonna say...
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, and you can tell that they knew it was ridiculous.
I was gonna say, they're gonna have your whole hand.
No. That's not G-rated, man. That's some fucking degenerate shit.
That's some Disney shit. Yeah.
That's some fucking, like, dark corners of Pornhub shit.
Yes, Chad. Yeah, Telltale Games.
Yeah, rip Telltale Games. I said earlier in the stream, but I got my thing wrong last night where I said, oh, they kept the skeleton crew to finish The Walking Dead. No, they did not! They are not finishing The Walking Dead. They are keeping that skeleton crew to make a Netflix series based on Minecraft story mode.
You know, Minecraft, the game that's still immense.
You know, instead of finishing the game that they've already charged people for?
Yeah, season passes and all that shit too, man.
They had better offer refunds for those season passes. Because, like, yeah, it sucks that Telltale went out of business. That sucks. It really does. But at the same time, that doesn't give you an excuse to not refund people for something they're not gonna get.
I mean, that could lead to a lawsuit. Couldn't it?
They didn't even offer severance pay to the people that they fired. So, all the employees that got fired, which was like over 90 people,
I heard it was 100.
Now have nothing to fall back on.
I heard it was 150 people.
That's still over 90, so...
Yeah, look. Fucking numbers. And the thing is, some people just started working there too, like a week ago.
Yeah, some people just started working there like a week or 2 ago, and they already got fired.
Yeah, and some of those people too, like some of the people there were living paycheck to paycheck. And now they don't have a job, and it's really fucked up.
Yeah. I am really hoping that they can find work at a new studio soon, because...
Well, I do
Telltale is full of talented employees. It's their management that sucks.
Yeah, I do have some good news that I've seen. A couple of YouTubers have shown posts of couple of studios hire a couple people here and there. So while everyone may not be able to get a job, a few people are able to. Mainly senior staff and things. So it's somewhat on the bright side. Still,
Yeah.
sucks that this many people are losing their jobs, but I guess you could say the results are bittersweet.
Enough of this nonsense! We'll bring this annoyance down from the inside. Fly in and target its power core.
What I'm wondering is what's gonna happen to all their games on like Steam and PSN and all that.
Yeah,
Are they gonna be removed because the company no longer exists?
I mean, I still have. I mean, if you have it in your library, it works, you know.
I know, but I mean like from the storefront.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to. That's what I'm about to say that. That most likely it'll probably have a massive sale while the Skeleton's crew is still there, and then it'll probably.
Unbelievable! These Autobots are dumber than Skyborn.
Perhaps, Starscream. But have you considered an escape for us?
Like times like this, I wish I had my game studio up and going, and I'm being somewhat successful. Because even if it's like a temp worker type job that I put it up as, you know, it's something to help them out of.
Dumber than Skywarp? I'll show you, dumb Starscream.
You always do.
I just love the banter between the Seekers in this level.
Many Autobots will fall
Like,
this day.
part of why I like War for Cybertron more than Fall of Cybertron is just the in-level banter between the characters, especially the Decepticons.
Hey, you don't get that with Fall of Cybertron, because
You don't get that with Fall of Cybertron because they took out the squad mechanic. It's just you on your own.
I should have left you two on the station.
And it sucks. Like, yeah, it streamlines things a lot, but did anyone ask for it to be streamlined?
I think I saw
Yeah,
something.
I feel like that was just Activision trying to make it more like Call of Duty.
It could be an Autobot cloaker. Keep your optics sharp.
Call of Duty.
There! Destroy it!
You know, I'm surprised that, now that you've said Call of Duty, I'm legit surprised that, no one has made a porn parody of Call of Duty yet called Call of Duty.
I can make it. Well, I need a camera.
I mean, there was one of Metal Gear Solid 5. I haven't watched it, but I know it exists.
Feel the power of my wrath! Now get the power back online so we can move on!
you're all right, Starscream. Surely you need mine.
Get moving, Decepticons! We must be getting close.
There it is, the entrance to the underground.
Another shield generator. These Autobots are getting on my nerves.
I'm going
Bring
to
down those
PRD.
shields.
Alright.
Circuit.
You have the stuff for him.
Yeah,
And
put the command in the Discord chat real quick, so if I die, he can do the death count.
all right.
That way we know what's what.
And you already know, follow the control, miss at time, then number. You gotta do that one, man.
Yeah.
Come on. There we go. I'm putting it in right now. There we go. Reading myself.
Alright. I just legit knocked that guy off the platform. That was great.
Oh, like I can't dodge a rocket. The battery casing is opening.
By the way, I like that they specifically referred to the flying Autobot enemies as aerial bots and the flying Decepticon enemies as Seekers.
That is a nice touch.
Using proper terminology. Shows that High Noon knew what they were talking about. You know, unlike a certain director. And no, I don't mean Michael Bay. I mean Travis Knight.
That was his name. I forgot his name very well.
You know, the one that made a G1 accurate Starscream Transformer for the Bumblebee movie and named him fucking Blitzwing.
Yeah, right?
And decided to make him a Seeker, too. Blitzwing's not a Seeker, he's a triple changer.
Exactly.
He's never been a Seeker.
Never been one whatsoever.
I'm not 100% knowledgeable about all the different multiverses in Transformers, but I'm fairly certain that there's not a universe where Blitzwing is, not counting this one now, but prior to this, there wasn't one where Blitzwing was a Seeker instead of a triple changer.
Wait! That's not Autobot weaponry. Interesting. I've never seen these life forms before.
Who cares? If they get in my way,
I'm still gonna see the movie, but by God, I'm expecting it to be terrible.
just as I told you. The Energon Bridge terminal. Find a way inside and activate it.
I thought this place was deserted.
They must have tripped the station's automated defenses. Open fire!
Shut that guy down fast! More cloakers. These guys creep me out. Rather Skywarp. Afraid? At least I'm not ugly. Ugly? You and I look the same.
Perfectly executed. Of course. For glory!
I have to say you're a decent shot.
As you can tell, I am not as good with the Scatter Blaster as I am with sniper weapons in this game. Especially against the Cloakers. Fuck the Cloakers.
Detecting Autobot energy signatures.
More fools rush to their death! Destroy them!
Oh, like I can't dodge a rock. Starscream report! Megatron!
We are encountering significant Autobot resistance. But
I will not suffer excuses. Do not fail me. You really told him, Starscream.
silence! Soon the Decepticons will be mine to control. Megatron will serve me!
Whatever you say, Starscream.
I like that even his subordinates don't fucking trust him.
Yeah, right?
Or believe, like, a fucking word he says. They know he's not gonna be a good leader.
Yeah, right?
He's too much of a wimp. He's trash!
It's garbage!
No one is as fast as Stars!
Even though, as I have said before, this is my favorite version of Starscream.
Yeah.
Well, tied for favorite version of Starscream. Tied with Armada Starscream. I was about to say Unicron Trilogy Starscream, but no, specifically Armada Starscream.
Because at least he had a conscience and actual,
code of honor and morals, and
Yeah.
he wasn't.
He actually
you know,
had a personality.
Yeah, he wasn't, you know, the Starscream, to go by TV Tropes terms. He was a noble demon.
The station is only showing power levels.
He was evil, but he had his own code of honor that he followed.
Yeah.
And while Armada did do a lot of things wrong, especially early on in the series, and especially in the English dub, Starscream is one of the things that was consistently good.
Afraid to take them head-on, Skywarp?
Not counting animation, because he got a lot of animation errors.
Yeah.
I think he got the most animation errors out of all of them.
So I
Not counting the mini-cons.
Starscream, huh?
Yep.
You know what, Megatron? Let me ask you a question.
Yes, Starscream.
What is the best and worst Starscream got?
Well, I can give you the worst right here and now. That would be Energon Starscream, because he had absolutely, he was just loyal to Megatron, didn't really have his own personality. He was just like, he existed to serve Megatron, and that was it. Best, I would say Prime Starscream, because he actually showed that he was torn between whether or not he wanted to actually lead the Decepticons or just have Megatron's favor.
And it was one of the few times we actually got to see him in a leadership position for an extended period of time.
Which just goes to show how much of a shit leader he actually is.
Yeah.
Because Prime Starscream is the same Starscream as this Starscream right here.
Yeah, characterization is slightly different just because, you know, different writing teams.
Yeah.
But canonically, it's the same character.
Alright. By the way, reasoning were awesome, by the way.
Nothing will stop me. Blast those locks! Now the destruction can begin.
Weapon time!
That screams, seriously.
Yep. Music, are you gonna come back in? There we go.
The music jerked out.
Bridge.
Those are the Energon Bridge's power control panels. Wow, Starscream. That was impressive.
Silence, fool! With their Energon power cells.
I love how much of a jackass Skywarp and Thundercracker are.
Yeah, right.
Power cells down.
Quickly, destroy the locks!
What happened now?
The Autobots have booby-trapped this room. Fools!
Wait, are you calling us fools or the Autobots fools? Because I'm not getting a sense that you respect me.
Silence! Fool!
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Like I said, the banter in this game just fucking spot on, and I love it.
This is a definite love letter to the franchise.
Yes, like this was our first huge entry into the Aligned continuity. Am I right, Lord Megatron?
Yeah, this was actually.
Strong as I am!
But like at the time, if you weren't If you were like me and you didn't actively keep up with Transformers news, you could probably mistake this as, like, a prequel to G1. That's how much of a love letter it is to the classic Transformers characters.
Which I believe it actually was supposed to be originally, at least what a lot of fans thought. Myself included. I thought it was supposed to be a prequel to G1.
Because most of this stuff could easily fit in with G1 continuity.
And then, you know, of course, when Prime came out, there were people... Like, when Prime and War for Cybertron... Like, actually, it was Prime that came out first. War for Cybertron came out... Fall of Cybertron. Fall of Cybertron came out after Prime had already been airing for at least a year or two. But, what was interesting was, when Prime was starting out, a lot of people kept saying, "Oh, it's connected to the games. It's connected to the games." And I'm like, what gives you that idea? There is absolutely nothing here that says that. I've never heard anyone say that. So a lot of fans on YouTube kept saying, it's like, "Oh, it's all connected to the games." I'm like, do you really expect this to actually have anything to do with the game? Because I was thinking, like, the game is a prequel to G1. It has nothing to do with Prime. Prime was its own entity, I thought.
Yeah,
But-
if you look up some of the old reviews from people who weren't into Transformers like that, everyone was saying that those people were legit saying it was a love letter to G1 and the prequel. That's what was one of the core things I remember hearing about. I think like X-Play, I think did it. He said it.
Nearby, off the scale. Then we close. The energy bridge must be nearby. The device must be inside.
No, just they never did it.
Plant a dark energon jetpack on its power.
But yeah, like even on TV, some people were saying that.
Yeah.
Use dark energon and corrupt the machine.
And I guess it wasn't until Prime came out that.
Whoa! What's happening? Precisely what
Yeah,
I was
and
afraid
a lot of...
He's trying to purge himself.
I feel like, War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron had... Some of its ideas were better than what Prime did, in my opinion.
Quit blabbing and destroy this nuisance.
And I say this as someone that loves Prime.
Could have fooled me. I thought you didn't care for Prime.
Was that sarcasm?
I thought you were a big fan of Energon.
Now that I know is sarcasm.
Evade those
But,
beams.
anyway, like, mostly it's Fall of Cybertron that I think had a few better ideas than Prime did. Mostly in terms of how they handled, like, Shockwave and the Dinobots.
Yeah.
And the Align continuity was bold for its time. Because it was a big multimedia project that spanned across TV series, books, and comics, and video games. And it was all supposed to be in one canon together.
Which did not work
But
very well.
it didn't work because no one consulted with each other to keep things consistent. They all had their own ideas of how things should be done. And so nothing flowed cohesively.
Like, there was a story Bible, but other than that...
There was a story Bible, but, like, they only picked and chose the parts that they felt suited the stories they wanted to tell.
Can I say one thing too? As much as I am annoyed by multimedia that you got to play the game, watch the anime, all the other full story, right?
Yeah?
I still hate that. I don't care what franchise it is. Even a franchise I love. Perfect example, Final Fantasy 15. I love it.
Yeah, fuck how Final Fantasy 15 presents its story.
Its story is heavily flawed, though. To get the full story, you need to watch the anime,
You need to watch the movie. The anime is free, but the movie isn't.
Yeah, still, you need to see all the content and all that stuff. You need to play the other game, Kingsglaive. Which
No, Kingsglaive is the movie.
No, the game. There's also a game to beat 'em up.
Oh god.
Yeah, it gives you more backstory. The actual game.
This is one game, not a series!
Exactly.
You don't need all this shit!
Like I said,
Kingdom Hearts I can understand because it's an established franchise that's been going on for almost 20 years. But Final Fantasy 15? No, it doesn't need this!
Yeah,
Tell it all in one entry!
Exactly. It's one of the...
Don't nickel and dime people out the ass to get the whole story!
It's one of the few times I would say Transformers did it right. Now, excuse me.
And the thing with Transformers is, you didn't need to play all these things to get the full story. Because, apart, like I said, some parts were inconsistent due to writing teams not consulting with each other. But also, you could watch all of Prime and get a 100% complete, coherent, concise story told throughout 3 seasons.
Exactly.
You do not need to play War for Cybertron or Fall of Cybertron to understand any of it.
And Squaresoft is an offender of doing it right and for doing it wrong. Another example of doing it wrong, Kingdom Hearts. Now, it eventually...
Kingdom Hearts, like... Kingdom Hearts has more entries than it needs.
Exactly. It's mainly filler.
Yeah, most of it's filler. Biggest example of filler, fucking Coded.
Seriously though.
Where the entire reason it exists is just to explain one plot point from several games ago.
Yeah, you can argue this. From Kingdom Hearts to you have Kingdom Hearts to Kingdom Hearts 3. You have the 2DS games, right? Fraction Graves and Birth and Dream Brightness. You had Chain of Memories 3 come up because people were angry about that. I'm counting that because I'm not counting GBA games that came out. You had Birth by
Hold on, fucking volume jacked itself up again.
Hold on.
There we go.
1 second.
Now I can introduce Dark Energon into the planet's core. And as it spreads throughout Cybertron, my power shall travel with it.
Entrance to the planet core is heavily shielded behind the Omega Gate.
I will acquire the key. We launch a full-scale assault on Iacon immediately.
Yeah, I saw that Angry Joe was bitching about having to play all the other games to understand the plot of Kingdom Hearts 3. And, that's on him for that.
Yeah, I mean,
because
you can watch a synopsis, like,
you can watch synopsis, you can read the wiki. The entire series is available on PS4. You have no excuse for not getting caught up on everything that's been building up to this finale of the first fucking chapter of this story.
And I'm still not even done with the stuff that was there. You got the movie, you have the cell phone game, and 2.8. That's like 7 games.
Yeah.
Literally 7 games worth of filler. I mean, granted, 3 of those games were needed, you know?
Yeah.
I would say Fraction Days, so we know about Roxas, you know?
Yeah.
Rechain of Memories,
Rechain of Memories, because it explains what happened in between Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2.
Birth by Sleep.
Yeah, because it introduces Terra, Aqua, and Ventus.
And that's it.
And Master Xehanort.
And that's really it. I mean, you don't need to code it. You don't.
And Dream Drop Distance, because it's supposed to be the setup to Kingdom Hearts 3.
You could argue, because you could argue they could have done a manga, a TV series along with it.
I know he's planning on reviewing Kingdom Hearts 3, but he's bitching about, like... You don't get to hold that against it. If you don't understand the plot because you refuse to even go on a fucking wiki and look up a synopsis of it, a synopsis of the story so you can get yourself caught up on it, that's on you. That's not something you can hold against the game. Because Kingdom Hearts 3 is not for newcomers. It's for people that have been waiting so fucking long for it.
Exactly. And if you really are...
And usually I don't give that kind of defense for something. Usually I say it should appeal to longtime fans and newcomers. But for something like this, it has an excuse when it has this much extensive lore behind it.
Exactly. Like, for example...
This is just him being lazy and looking for a reason to bitch.
Yeah, for example, Metal Gear, if you really care about the lore, you would look into it. Like, I will admit, I am not really well versed on the lore, but I still find it fascinating what lore I do know, what lore I've seen. And not only that, seeing how, well, for example, how you and Maya was back in the day, basically oozing your love out for this game, for the franchise.
Yeah.
I love seeing that, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, saying like, okay, I don't want to know anything about these games, but I want to view it as a newcomer, and then later on say, I do want to hit the other games. I do want to get well versed in the lore. That's the way you talk about it, you know?
Yeah. And by the way, Shattuck, yes, this is not... Kingdom Hearts 3 is not the finale to Kingdom Hearts. It's only the finale to the Xehanort Saga.
Yep.
This is just the end of the first fucking story arc.
Here's the thing.
You thought One Piece went on for too long? This shit is only on its first chapter.
And it's been like, what, 15 years?
Yes!
Well, actually, a little longer, I think.
Longer! 17 years! It'll be 17 years when, Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out.
We're gonna be long dead before the franchise is done with.
Yeah.
Nomura's gonna have, like the Futurama head in the jar thing, still working on the games.
Tetsuya Nomura, he writes out like a timeline of events that sprawls off in all these different directions, and then when he reaches the end, he has someone staple more sheets onto the end of it.
Dude, I just thought it's gonna be the year 2353. And you know what game they're gonna be on?
Kingdom Hearts 4.
Actually, no, I was gonna say Kingdom Hearts 7, and it's gonna be the code name for that one is gonna be Gated Promise or something like that. Actually, that sounds like an actual title.
All right.
Hey, you know,
I've been streaming for about 4 hours. I'm getting exhausted. I think I'm gonna call it a night.
Before you call it a night, Kingdom Hearts 7 would spawn, of course, 7. It's gonna have the PSP 4. Gonna have a game out for that. It's gonna be shit. It's gonna spawn a movie. It's gonna an ultimatum. It's basically gonna be Final Fantasy 7 all over again.
Oh, fucking hell, it's gonna spawn its own convolution of Final Fantasy 7.
It's gonna have its own compilation.
Yeah, I know it's called the compilation, but that fucking compilation, most of it was shit. Most of it was shit or didn't make sense. So I call it the convolution of Final Fantasy 7. The Switch 4, yes! Alright, let's see who's online for us to raid. Let's see who we can surprise with a raid. None of the people I follow, well, Vine Sauce and Joel are online, but I don't think they're gonna respond, and they don't really need the help. They get thousands of views anyway.
Yeah, I'm looking at the thing right now, they're like, a lot. Everyone I follow, you're the only one that's on right now. Since we're talking Kingdom Hearts... No. Alright, tighten it up. Can we look up a Kingdom Hearts 2?
Alright, I found who we're gonna raid.
Alright.
So, while I get this set up, go ahead and say your goodbyes, everyone.
Oh, you had a contest, I remember.
Oh yeah, that's right, giveaways. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. I completely forgot about that. I'm giving away digital copies of... one digital copy of Digimon Adventure Tri Coexistence, and one copy, not Coexistence, Confession. And one copy of Digimon Adventure Tri Loss. So, I'm gonna be doing just a raffle with the bot here. It'll choose a random person. Hopefully, if it behaves. If it fucking behaves.
Watch, it actually chooses one of your mods.
You can see it in the you'll see in the chat who the winner is, so
That'll be funny.
Alright. Type !raffle to join if you'd like to enter to win.
Oh. Come on, there we go.
Alright.
Anyone else?
Anyone else? Getting ready to close it.
Going once? Going twice?
The winner is LordMegatron! Well, you fucking called it. I don't get to pick winners, by the way. It chooses it randomly. I swear I did not pick that on my own. Alright, so after this, I'll message you the digital code for it.
Okay.
This is the third movie, so... and...
Hey, don't be a sore loser, Shattuck.
Don't you... I've still got one more to give away. Loss. Is this Loss? There, I made the joke.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to send you that Lost meme.
Yeah, Lord Megatron, you're not allowed to enter for this one because you've already won.
I wasn't gonna enter anyway. Watch it be Hiko.
God damn it! You fucking jinxed it! You fucking jinxed it, man! Okay. Unless you... I did not mean for my fucking mods... my mods and co-commentators to win. But, fucking hell. Fucking hell. God damn it, bot! God damn it!
Okay, that was basically way too...
God damn it, bot!
You can give it to Shattuck.
Okay, Hiko says that Shattuck can have it, so Shattuck, I'll message you the download code for Digimon Adventure Tri Loss after the stream ends. So...
And that's too weird, you know? I'm like, nah, I'm like, oh shit, what? Oh man, seriously, Lord Megatron, you might play the lottery.
Mind you, I was just bullshitting everyone. I was just like, oh, watch, this actually happened. Like, it's not gonna happen.
You seriously need to play the lottery.
Dude, I play the lottery from time to time. I don't.
How's the code work? There's a website that you go to redeem it on, and then you can download it or you can stream it online. It's from Shout Factory, so it's totally legit.
Good.
And it came with my physical copies. That's why I'm giving them away. So anyway... God damn it. This has been an entertaining stream. So, good night, guys.
Good night.
See you at the raid, and I'll see you on Monday for the next stream. Same trash time, same garbage channel.
So who are we rating tonight, Haseo?
Guy streaming Spyro Year of the Dragon.
Oh god.